The budget reality. Spending $5,000 on a TV doesn't guarantee the best picture anymore. We compared premium OLEDs against budget mini LEDs and found shocking performance gaps. Sometimes the cheaper option won. The TV industry has changed dramatically, and knowing where to spend your money makes all the difference. Let's break down what actually matters. LG 65-inch Evo C5. 12 years of refinement paying off, LG's been perfecting OLED technology since 2013, and the C5 series shows that experience matters. The fundamental advantage here is simple: 8.3 million individually controlled pixels that can turn completely off for true black. When you watch a movie with letterbox bars or dark space scenes, those black areas are genuinely off, not just dimmed like LED TVs. This creates contrast that's impossible to replicate with backlit displays. The brightness booster technology addresses OLED's historical weakness. Earlier models struggled in bright rooms, getting washed out by sunlight or overhead lighting. LG's tackled this with pixel-level brightness enhancement that earned UL verification for discomfort glare-free viewing. You're no longer forced to draw curtains during daytime viewing sessions, which makes the TV far more practical for real-world living rooms. The Alpha 9 AI processor handles upscaling intelligently. It doesn't just sharpen edges, it analyzes content type and adjusts processing accordingly. Sports broadcasts get different treatment than classic films, with the AI recognizing motion patterns and texture types. Standard cable channels genuinely look better than they should at this screen size. For gamers, the specs are impressive. 0.1 milliseconds response time with 144 Hz refresh rate, plus NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync Premium support. 4 HDMI 2.1 ports mean you can connect multiple next-gen consoles and PCs simultaneously without swapping cables constantly. Roku Pro Series 65-inch, the streamer's dream TV. Roku built their reputation on streaming software, and now they've applied that expertise to hardware with impressive results. The Pro Series combines mini LED backlighting with QLED quantum dots for vibrant color reproduction and precise brightness control. Thousands of individual mini LEDs work together to create deep blacks alongside brilliant highlights, which makes HDR content genuinely striking. Dolby Vision IQ takes this further by automatically adjusting picture settings based on ambient lighting in your room, so you're always seeing optimal brightness and contrast. What sets this apart is the seamless integration of Roku's streaming ecosystem. While other manufacturers bolt streaming platforms onto their TVs as an afterthought, Roku designed this from the ground up around content discovery. The interface prioritizes what you actually want to watch, rather than burying your apps 3 menus deep. The free content library with 500+ channels means you're never stuck paying for subscriptions when you just want background entertainment or local news. The 120 Hz refresh rate handles fast sports action and gaming without motion blur, paired with FreeSync Premium Pro and automatic low-latency mode for console gaming. Roku Smart Picture Max uses AI processing to clean up compressed streaming signals and broadcast television, reducing artifacts and enhancing detail in real time. The rechargeable backlit voice remote solves 2 annoying problems: dead batteries and fumbling for buttons in dark rooms. The remote finder button on the TV itself is genuinely useful when it inevitably slips between couch cushions. Samsung's 77-inch S95F, the anti-glare OLED revolution. Samsung's latest flagship OLED tackles one of the biggest complaints about premium TVs: reflections. If you've ever tried watching a movie during daytime with sunlight flooding your living room, you know the frustration of seeing your own reflection instead of the action on screen. The S95F's glare-free technology eliminates this issue entirely, letting you position your TV anywhere without worrying about lamp placement or curtain schedules. What sets this apart is the NQ4 AI General 3 processor with 128 neural networks working simultaneously. This isn't just marketing speak. The difference is visible when you're watching standard HD cable or streaming older content. The AI upscaling analyzes each frame and reconstructs details that simply weren't there in the original source, transforming 1080p content into near 4K quality with sharper edges and smoother textures. The brightness levels are exceptional for an OLED, reaching peaks that rival high-end QLEDs while maintaining those signature perfect blacks. This contrast creates a three-dimensional pop that makes HDR content genuinely stunning. For gamers, the 165Hz refresh rate at 4K resolution means ultra-smooth gameplay without screen tearing, supporting the latest consoles and high-end gaming PCs. The SDR to HDR conversion is particularly impressive, breathing new life into older shows and movies by enhancing color vibrancy and highlight detail without looking artificially processed. TCL 65-inch QM 8K, premium performance without the premium price. TCL's QM 8K series represents a significant leap in mini LED technology, and the difference is immediately noticeable when you first power it on. The new Halo control system addresses the biggest criticism of previous mini LED displays, those annoying blooming halos around bright objects on dark backgrounds. If you've ever watched space movies or dark thriller scenes and noticed glowing edges around stars or streetlights, that's what TCL has engineered away here. The technical implementation is impressive. They've packed in a super high-energy LED microchip combined with condensed microlenses and reduced optical distance, which basically means the backlight sits closer to the screen while maintaining precise control. The result is HDR content that pops with brilliant highlights without bleeding into surrounding areas. When you're watching something like a torchlit dungeon scene in a fantasy series, the firelight looks realistic and contained, rather than washing out the darkness around it. The Crisp Glow WHVA panel solves another common problem: viewing angles. Most LED TVs look washed out when you're sitting off to the side, but this anti-reflective panel maintains color accuracy and contrast even at extreme angles. For gamers, the Game Accelerator 288 mode pushes refresh rates up to 288 Hz with variable refresh rate support, eliminating screen tearing during fast-paced action. Google TV integration means effortless voice control and personalized recommendations without juggling multiple remotes. Hisense 100-inch QD6 cinema-scale entertainment on a budget. A 100-inch screen fundamentally changes how you experience content at home. Hisense's QD6 brings quantum dot technology to this massive canvas, delivering over 1 billion color shades that make sports broadcasts genuinely immersive. When you're watching a football game, you'll notice the difference in grass tones between sunny and shaded areas of the field, details that get lost on lesser displays. The native 144Hz panel paired with AMD FreeSync Premium makes this surprisingly capable for gaming, despite its enormous size. Most people assume giant TVs have terrible input lag, but the variable refresh rate between 48Hz and 144Hz keeps gameplay smooth, whether you're playing competitive shooters or exploring open-world adventures. The response time feels immediate, not sluggish like older big-screen TVs. Fire TV integration streamlines everything. Instead of hunting through multiple apps, your content aggregates on one home screen with Alexa voice control handling searches and playback. The AI upscaling becomes crucial at this size, because standard HD content would look pixelated stretched across 100 inches. The machine learning models analyze and enhance lower resolution footage in real time, adding detail and sharpness that wasn't in the original broadcast. Sports mode deserves special mention. It automatically adjusts motion handling, color saturation, and audio to emphasize crowd noise and commentary. Filmmaker mode does the opposite, preserving original aspect ratios and color grading for movies exactly as directors intended them.